Destinations would you suggest this time of year?
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's say for maybe a group of singles, maybe a family, or maybe a
Right.
couple.
Right. So for a group of singles, I think going to Condado in Puerto Rico would be good. That's in San Juan, and it is considered. Many people are saying it's like a little Miami.
Okay.
It's on the beach, and Ashford Avenue is the main strip, kind of like Collins Avenue in Miami. And a lot of high-rise hotels are heading over there right now because it's bustling. They've got great restaurants. Buddha Thai is a restaurant I recommend trying.
Okay.
Great beachfront properties, and good nightlife, and there are casinos there. So if you like to
Really?
gamble,
Oh, I love it.
yeah, it's just and it's really reasonably priced. You know, for the fact that actually it's surrounded by luxury boutiques, you'd think that the hotels would be very expensive. But if you go online now, actually to if you go on to Orbis, you can see that there's a hotel, the Radisson Ambassador. You can stay in a balcony, one-bedroom suite for $178 a night.
Wow.
And that also includes 2 complimentary drinks when you get there.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that's
nice.
great. And that's during
nice.
April,
Really?
which would be high season for the Caribbean.
Right.
For families, I would say Frenchman's Reef.
Okay.
In St. Thomas is great. You don't need a passport to go there.
Okay.
So it's a Marriott hotel, and they have a sister property, Morningstar Beach Resort. And St. Thomas is a lot of fun. There's a lot of great activities to do on the island. You really don't have to leave Frenchman's Reef actually, because it's a large style hotel. So you can do you pay a resort credit, and through that credit you can do all types of water sports for free: kayaking, snorkeling. It's been renovated recently, so there are new rooms, a brand new spa, updated restaurant, and beautiful views of cruise ships actually.
Okay.
Because they're on the Charlotte Amalie Harbor, you can see huge cruise lines going by the hotel every day, which is just really amazing to see. So I think that'd be great for families.
Okay.
Also very reasonably priced. I mean, around this time you can do their best available rate offer, which those rates start at about $199 a night. And you can do an all-inclusive offer as well. You can add it on per person, which is nice too if you have a family and you just want everyone to be able to, you know, you don't want to deal with the hassle
Right.
of, you know.
Finding things for people to do.
Yeah.
This is why she's here. This is why
Yeah.
she's here. Now, this is the book, Encounters with Strangers, as we said. Are there any plans for another book that gives out this type of information, like, you know, a different line of travel, leisure travel books, talking about different destinations you've been to, you know, something that may complement the video blog that we talked about might be in the works.
Yeah, I'd like to do a couple of things. Actually, I have like a long list of projects that I don't know, I'm gonna have to duplicate myself somehow. But I definitely want to do another type of short story style book, compilation of stories in the future. I haven't planned out something more travel related, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't happen.
Right.
I'd like to continue to use my blog, Encounters with Strangers, to document more of my travels from the past and upcoming. And who knows, maybe I would, you know, put something together in the future for tips.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you have any other tips besides U.S. Virgin Islands? Like you said, no passport needed.
Right.
Some places are taking the enhanced driver's license.
Some
Like
places
New York. New York has an enhanced driver's license. Those who don't know. So this way, if you're going, let's say, to Canada,
Right.
you don't need your actual passport. You know, you can go across the border with an enhanced. And it's cheaper than the passport.
Yeah.
But if you're going to fly to certain destinations, you absolutely need the passport to enhance the driver's license.
Right. Well, I love Canada. Montreal is a great place to visit this summer.
Right.
Any summer. I mean, I've gone to Montreal twice in the wintertime,
Right.
which is not the worst time to go because it's beautiful. Every time we've gone in December, it snowed. But I would just say to really get the, many people say it's like a European experience when you're there because it's an older city, there's cobblestone streets, everyone speaks French.
Right.
And I definitely want to go back in the summertime because there's a jazz festival,
Oh, nice.
which is amazing. I mean, you can I think it lasts 2 months. The thing about going during that time, though, is hotels are kind of expensive.
Okay.
So if you're planning to go to Montreal in the summer, I would book very far in advance, or try to see what deals you can get at hotels beforehand, and your flights, because it will be expensive, but it's worth it for all the entertainment.
Us New Yorkers, we drive.
Yeah.
I've driven to Canada. It was a nice ride.
Yeah, no,
too.
it's not a bad drive. We almost drove because our flight was delayed. We were in the airport for like 10 hours. We said we could have driven there by
and
now.
back.
I know. I was like, what were we thinking?
I know the gas and tolls probably would have been cheaper than a flight for 2 people.
Yeah.
It's a nice ride.
No, it's
really
not bad.
nice
It's
ride.
beautiful. Yeah, no, I highly
Scenic.
recommend it. And the food there is so good. What's the food that the French fries? Now I'm forgetting the name. Starts with a P. Poutine.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of that.
No, never.
But that is a specialty in Montreal, and you have to try that if you go. It is basically gravy fries with cheese.
Wow.
But they make it sound so, poutine.
Elegant. It sounds like a special
Poutine. It's not,
dish.
cheese fries.
Right.
Whatever. It's cheese fries with gravy. And it's delicious. So you definitely have to try that if you go.
Yeah, that might be an end of summer trip for us. Something when the kids are transitioning back to school.
Yeah.
I like to
get some
travel. I'm
good
not
deals.
big into crowds.
Yeah. Well, then that's actually a really popular time. Well, not popular, but I was going to say it's a smart time to travel. Is around that September. Kids go back to school because no one's really traveling at that time.
Right.
Because of that. So you can get good deals too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll drive up and then we'll see where we're going to stay. So now back to your book. Where can anyone purchase the book? Tell them where they can contact you, read your blog.
Right. So you can get the book on Amazon, and there's a Kindle version and a print version. The print version is $11. The Kindle version right now is on sale for $2.99, and I reduced the price in honor of National Humor Month, which is coming up in a few days. It's in April. And I just want to mention, many people may not know this, but if you don't have a Kindle, you can still read a book on a Kindle book. They have an app now where you can actually download the app on your iPhone, your Samsung, your iPad, your PC. Yeah, and it's great. So great for independent authors like myself who have stuck to the Kindle and haven't expanded yet to some of these other Kobo and other devices. And so Amazon.com. And if you do decide to read my book, please leave me a review. That is how I increase my popularity on Amazon and get more exposure. So even if it's just one sentence saying I loved it, definitely recommend it, it's worth something. And then my blog is Encounters with Strangers, and it's a mix. Right now I've talked a lot about my personal life on there, but I also talk about travel. Some of my recent posts, there's one about Germany. I went to 3 different cities in Germany. Frankfurt, which was actually recently on New York Times for places to go this year, Munich and Berlin. And so there's a good mix of travel as well as when I'm in a new place or in a city, and some of the things that happen to me when I encounter strangers.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. And like I said earlier, we're looking for some places to do book signings for this book.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I haven't done one yet, and I really need to get it together. So I would love to do one in New York City.
Okay.
I would love to actually go to a lot of the cities that are featured in this book and do it. I mean, I have a DC story in there. I'm originally from DC.
Right.
So, but New York, of course, would be the first place that I would want to do it.
Right. So if anyone's watching from Barnes and Noble,
Yes.
we'll take the little mom and pop book signing store. They support.
Oh yeah, totally.
They support.
Totally. Actually, I just dropped off some books at the St. Mark's bookstore downtown on near Astor Place. I love the independent bookstores because they will, carry the book. I mean, it's hard to get in some of the big box brands,
Right.
but of course that's where many of us want to be because you get even more exposure.
Right.
But I love the mom and pop too.
Right, and you can get window feature there also, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So where's that again for the people who are local down in the village? St. Mark's
Yeah,
bookstore?
so the St. Mark's bookstore, that's off of 9th and 3rd Avenue. Yeah.
Go pick up a copy.
Yes.
Go pick up a copy. We're gonna have to stay in tune with this. I'm serious. Let's see what else is in here. Maybe we'll share one story. You want to do a reading of one?
Yeah, sure.
Pick
I can do
anyone.
a
Pick your
reading.
favorite.
Okay. There's one that I was just thinking about the other day.
Since I already know the story, why don't we do the secret shopper one? Because
You want to do the secret shopper?
all right, no,
No, we can do that. I don't care.
No,
Yeah.
it's up to you because we.
That's the one. You mean the one with the basketball player?
No. Oh no. I was thinking about the bartender. Was that the secret shopper?
Yes.
The bartender story that we talked about.
Yes. The one with the basketball player. I can read that one. Hold on. Let me just find
Just pick
it.
one that you like. I thought they were all very cute. The stories are hard to pick from.
Let's see. Oh no, that's in the travel section. So yeah, here we go. Here we go. Foul play. That's what it's called. Yeah, this is a cute one, and it's a quick one. Okay. Yeah, here we go. All right. So this is in honor of you, since you're going to be going on a cruise soon, and this story took place on a Norwegian cruise line. Which is, and it's a great cruise line. So called Foul Play. I'm not really into sports, so when someone I had befriended on the Norwegian cruise line ship told me there was a famous basketball player sitting near us at the bar, I didn't get too excited. At the time, supposedly he played for the New Jersey Nets. He and his cute girlfriend became pretty friendly after a few drinks. The basketball player looked over at my friend and me and asked, "Don't parents always love one kid more than the other?" This is the one you wanted.
Yeah, this is it.
His girlfriend laughed and said, "Not everyone does." My friend and I responded by nodding our heads up and down with a smile. Then his girlfriend continued, "I'm never gonna favoritism my kids. I'm not a favoritist." The college English major in me almost yelled out, "It's favor! You can't use favoritism as a verb. It's a noun." Alas, I remained calm and kept the grammar lesson to myself. Then the basketball player responded, "Look, we all favoritism. It's natural." Later, we learned from the couple that the girlfriend had 3 sons and actually was favoring one of the others. We continued to chat, and the NBA star even bought us a round of drinks. Very nice. Drinks on cruise line are not that cheap.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Take what you can get.
Yeah.
Later that evening, I walked into the bar's bathroom. Before I entered a stall, I saw something that made me pause. I caught the basketball girlfriend sitting on the toilet with the stall door open, wiping herself. Homegirl was having a rough night. She was coming to terms with being a biased mother, lacking a grasp of the English language, and then giving a free peep show to the ladies. Score no points for downing multiple martinis.
That's cute. That made me chuckle. Favoritism. I was like, oh gosh. Oh.
Classic. You just can't make that up.
No, and those are real stories.
Yes,
These are people
real
that you will
stories.
encounter in your daily life, like you said, on the train, in your travels. And it doesn't matter where you're at. It really just doesn't.
No.
People are crazy everywhere.
People are crazy everywhere. And I also, I don't use any real names in the book. I don't really, I don't differentiate race. I want the person who's reading it to envision it on their own. Like, I'll give a description of maybe what they're wearing or their hair, but because at the end of the day, these are strangers, right? I don't really know them,
right?
And even if I did know their name, I wouldn't blatantly be like, and then John said, who knows? John may read the book and be like, hey, why are you putting me out there?
And it doesn't even matter because crazy comes in all colors and sizes, ethnicities.
It's true. So yeah, I mean, it's there's a collection of a little bit more than 7 years of stories, and you just think back to all the things that you've had happen to you in 7 years, and it's crazy what you come up with, and it's my life too. It's my life too. I mean, it's not linear, so when you said, I still have to finish it, like, that's fine. We're such a I wanted a book that you could pick it up. You could read it a couple of days. You could put it down, maybe pick it up a month later, and you're not going to miss anything. You're not going to lose anything because that's just the way.
Right, it's not a continuous storyline.
Right, it's not a continuous storyline at all. So you don't have to feel guilty about it. It's just like, read it when you want to read it, when you need a laugh.
Definitely, it's definitely one of those books. Has anyone yet read the book and said, to you, I think that was me on a blog.
No.
That sounds like something that happened with me.
No, but well, I have had.
Meet you?
I've had people say I've seen that person. Yes, I've had some people who've read my book say, "Oh my goodness, yes, that guy, I saw him on the train. He's crazy," you know. And I that's what I want too. I want people to be able to relate. The people who are New Yorkers or that are on the train every day, like I was.
Right.
To be able to say that's pretty cool.
Nice. Like I said, it's definitely a must read. She's definitely a person to keep an eye on. She's doing things and going places. Are there any other little tidbits that you'd like to share?
Yeah, you know, I would like to say that this is just the beginning for me. You know, I was doing travel PR for a long time. I was in the travel PR business for almost a decade, and now I'm really excited to go back to my roots, you know, the journalism roots, and keep up the writing. So you'll definitely be seeing more from me from Luxurious Prototype, and anyone who wants to check out that site, luxuriousprototype.com. Some other, you know, I'll be posting on my blog other places that I'll be writing. And I hope to continue to do, you know, TV spots as well, like this, and talk about travel. It's a passion of mine. And also, I'm obsessed with social media.
Okay.
So for those who are on Instagram, you can find me on Instagram, Nubia Wilson. If you're on Facebook, again, Nubia Wilson. And my Twitter account that's connected to my blog is City Encounters. So if I will follow you if you follow me, and as I said, I'm obsessed. I think my husband wants to divorce me because I'm attached to my iPhone and I can't stop.
Well, it's part of promoting your product and who you are.
Right.
People need to feel like they're hands-on with you. They need to feel like a part of your life.
Right.
In order for this thing to really kick off and go somewhere.
Yeah.
New Yorkers are very attached like that. As much as we walk around with a scowl, we walk around with a style, and most of the time there's nothing wrong.
Right, no,
and
it's
we're just
true.
in a rush to get from point A. There's something else on our mind, but at the same time, the type of people that need to be so involved in the mix of everything.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a necessary evil.
It is, and you know, New Yorkers. People say, oh, you know, it's such a rude city, but it really isn't. I mean, actually, on my way over here, some guy said something to me, and at first I was thinking, what is it? I just got out the cab, and all he wanted to say was, "Zip up your purse, miss." He's like, "Your purse is open."
Nice.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, it is open. Thank you." You know,
We're a very helpful city.
Yeah, we are helpful.
People think we're rude, but I think people out of town just think we're rude because we're just always in a hurry.
Exactly.
We don't have time. You need to ask me a question while I'm walking. You
Right.
need to be walking in the same
got-
direction and ask me, and it's going to be a quick answer, but it's going to be a direct answer. Have a
Right.
good day, and keep it moving.
It's true. It's true. And you know, Chicago. When I visited Chicago, I was actually upset that everyone was nice. It's like, what is going on here? Can somebody be rude to me? Because when you're used to being in an environment where everyone is fast-paced like that, when people aren't, and you're in another city, you're kind of thinking to yourself, "Is this genuine?"
Right.
And then after being there for 24 hours, I said, "No, actually, this is normal. This is nice.
Right.
It's nice for a change." But it's just funny. At first, it was culture shock.
Yes. When you go into the South, we used to go into the South every summer, and everybody's, hey, and at first you're like, I don't know that person. Why are they talking to me? You know, it's the same thing. And after 24 hours, after a day or two, you're like, hey. Everybody says, hey. You're like, hey.
It's true. It's true.
You know, it's because it's such a fast-paced city here.
Yeah.
We tend to be on guard also, you know?
Yeah,
We
it's
help.
true.
Do you find that outside of Chicago and the South, when you travel internationally, that people are warmer than New York, or are they just the same way? Fast-paced and want to go and don't really have time? I mean, outside of, you know, the concierge and people whose business it is to bring you in.
No, I think people are really warm, and I think that I always say to people, don't be guarded. You know, if you're traveling, I think we tend to feel like, oh, I don't want to say I'm American, or I don't want to say where I'm from. But actually, every time I've told someone, "Oh, I'm from America," or I'm from New York," they go, "Really?" And then and then you can't shut them up because then they tell you how they love New York or how they love the U.S. They've never been, so I've always been open to tell people, you know, where I'm from and what I do, and that's how I've had really amazing experiences. I was in London. Actually, that's one of the stories in the book. I was in London, and in London during a time when it was the warmest week in history. My friends were like, "How did this happen?" Because London has terrible weather. and you come and all of a sudden it's 70 degrees. And I was sitting by myself in a cafe waiting for a media person to meet with me, and I just started talking to all these people. And my friends who had been living there as expats said that never happens to them. Locals just don't come up and talk to them. I said, well, maybe it's because I'm just open about it,
right?
You know, because you never know. And I smile, you know.
Some people have just that type of personality, type of spirit that draws people to them.
Yeah.
And obviously you have that. That's why you can have encounters with strangers.
Right.
You know, not just, you know, it's not like you're just a fly on the wall and you're seeing this stuff. People are drawing you into their craziness.
They really are.
You read the book and they're drawing her in.
See.
She's not just a fly on the wall sitting in the corner of the train. People are drawing her into all kinds of shenanigans.
I'm minding my business. Minding my business, and then all of a sudden, hey, what's up? I'm like, hi. Do you need something? But it's fun, you know, and that's the thing. There were times when I was thinking to myself, oh my goodness, what is it now? And I go, well, I have this blog, and, you know, I'm just going to go with it and see what happens, because it could be a good post, you know?
And it did. It worked out well.
Yeah, it worked out well, because here we are and have a book.
I'm glad. I'm going to finish up the reading, and I'm going to wait for a part 2, maybe. I don't know, Encounters with Strangers, you know, from an international level. I mean, there's international stories from her travels, you know, but I'm sure as you travel, maybe spending a week somewhere, you'll have enough to fill up another book.
I definitely will. No, I'd love to. And I forgot to mention, actually, that the book is also available on Barnes & Noble.
It is in Barnes & Noble.
Online.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the book signings are coming.
That's right.
The book signings, we said it. We put it out there.
That's right.
Anyway, DJ Kemasafa, do you have any questions for Miss Wilson over here?
Well, it's kind of hard to ask, but Taiwan, because I studied martial arts for a long time.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, and I studied in Chinatown with Sifu Kev and Master Wing Kong Yip. And I noticed that a lot of the Chinese people that were born here, they have American names.
Yeah.
So when you was telling me about how they discovered their names, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You know, the story behind it. I never knew that's how they approached it. So.
Well, many do. I think when they're born here, it's a different, and they're given more American names. They have a better sense of what is an Americanized name. But when you're secluded, you know, when you're secluded in another country, and maybe you only watch TV and know Americans through that, which many of them do, you know, their concept is just a little different. So yeah, it is really interesting, and I actually really like a lot of their Chinese names. But then you find out what their Chinese name means, and then you look at it differently. Like I had a teacher that I was in charge of, Spring. Her name was Spring, lovely woman, and I asked her, how'd you choose your name? And she said, well, you know, it has nothing to do with my Chinese name, because my Chinese name actually means 1,000 cicadas. And you know, those are those weird insects that make that noise in the summer. And she was like, I hate my